Dewan Dandridge. Welcome to the Valder Beebe Show, live out of Dallas, Texas. I'm so excited to bring you to my listening audience nationwide, but especially to Dallas. And I am just ecstatic about what you're doing. So let's get started. I want to tell my audience that Dewan Dandridge, he's the co-founder and the CEO of Black Leaders Detroit. Tell me about this ride and what you're doing and what you're hoping to accomplish.
Well, thanks for having me, and excited to be able to share with your listeners that the Ride for Equity is 1,600 plus mile bike ride. Actually, 1,645 is where we landed. That rides through 34 cities. We had, a ride that we are raising awareness for the work that we've been doing back in the city of Detroit for the last 5 years, where we have been providing grants and no interest loans trying to create equal access to capital for Black entrepreneurs. Um, we have deployed $4.8 million so far, and we feel like we have a concept that we've proven in Detroit that we can share with other cities that are having similar challenges.
I'm looking at your schedule. You've been to St. Louis, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, State College in Pennsylvania, and now I'm thinking today you're in New York City. Am I on the right track?
You are on the right track. You're on the right track. We are in New York. We arrived here yesterday, and it's crazy to believe that we've made it all the way from Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma to Wall Street in New York. We actually have a ceremonial ride scheduled for tomorrow, where some New Yorkers are going to take us past some historic landmarks, and we're going to have a small rally right there on Wall Street. But yeah, we are here.
Okay, before we get into the ride, how others can get involved, tell me one, were you well received by Wall Street in New York? And
So
two, what made you do this?
So great questions. I would say even more than Wall Street, so many of the places that we rolled through, we encountered people that were curious to know why we were riding and what were we up to because we've documented the rides. We have a film crew with me and the other riders, and we would, proudly tell them, hey, we're raising awareness for the need for equal access to capital, for equity, for Black entrepreneurs. And we were in parts of the country where, if I didn't know any better, and I don't think I necessarily did know any better, I didn't know how we would be received, where we might believe that people may be put off by that, right? But everybody that we've encountered, no matter where we were, was extremely welcoming. We had people that um, you may believe that they should have been put off by it, actually sign up to donate, right? Try to help us get even more media coverage around the work that we were doing. So we have been well received in everywhere so far. Wall Street is a very busy place, so everybody's kind of busy on Wall Street. So there are less people there, like kind of asking us directly. But when we did arrive with the cyclist, it was very emotional for us. So some of us were crying, some of us were like screaming, and then the people that were there to see that, they just jumped in and just started to cheer us on. They didn't even ask and know what had happened yet, but they just started to encourage us and cheer us on. So I would say yes, it's been consistent, and Wall Street was very welcoming, at least the people that we encountered.
And you started off, and you told me in Black Wall Street, correct?
Yes, yes. So
It's,
we started on Greenwood in Tulsa.
how is that developing? Because we know it was almost burnt to the ground, and now there's a resurgence of today's population. I would say Generation X and Millennial. You're probably X, maybe Millennial.
Yes,
They are
yes.
wanting to bring that back. How is that going?
So me being from Detroit, I am reluctant to speak on that from a expert level, but I will share what I've experienced since going down there and spending time over the last year and a half developing relationships and whatnot. It has a history of being coming under attack, like lots of people that are or communities that have tried to create wealth, Black people creating wealth for ourselves. So yes, you have the Tulsa massacre that happened in 1921, but then you had the community be being rebuilt, but it was also disrupted by urban renewal or the freeway being built right through the community, and eminent domain, like seizing property from like landowners there. But you have, as we always find, a committed group of Black people there that will not let it die. And they're doing an amazing job continuing to launch businesses. We have Dr. Tiffany Crutcher, who started a foundation after her son was murdered by police in Tulsa. Her brother Terrence Crutcher, she has the Terrence Crutcher Foundation that she started. She's doing some amazing work there. And there's just a number of entrepreneurs that have some great businesses. And there was an announcement made by Mayor Nichols, who's the first Black mayor in the city of Tulsa, on June 1st, where he announced a $105 million reparations plan for the descendants of the Tulsa massacre. So there's some exciting things happening, and you're aware the political climate is not one that is maybe friendly to something like a Ride for Equity or a reparations plan. But somebody has to be, brave enough to do what's right and just do what's fair.
Thank you for that assessment, and not being a native of that particular city, you gave a great overview. I really appreciate that. I want people to know that there's hope and there's opportunity, and they have an opportunity to get involved. You don't have to live in Tulsa. You don't have to live in Detroit to get involved. You
That's
are
right.
doing the Ride for Equity, and you're at your destinations. What is your hopes and your dream as I wrap up with you?
Oh, I love that question. So the hope and dream is that we will stop waiting on somebody to do something for us, right? We call this Ride for Equity, but we also label it the road to reparations. And we are often saying with, great conviction that we built this nation, right? And there's some truth to that. But I think that we can also fix things for ourselves. We don't have to wait and hope that someone else or the government comes in to provide reparations. We can create it ourselves. And what we've been doing and the way that we've been looking to long-term fundraise is asking everyday people to donate $1 a week. Our goal is to get to 1 million people making that commitment, right? So we're raising the type of money necessary to fund our own initiatives, to make sure that we have our own loans and our own grants to the nonprofits that are doing amazing work and filling needs in our communities. That is my hope, is that we will continue to not just ride literally, but figuratively by coming together and uniting to solve the problems in our community.
Okay, my time is running short. I'd like to know, I'm looking at my Facebook, we're on multiple platforms, and the poster would like to know, they missed this ride, will there be another ride, and how can they contribute to what you're doing?
There will definitely be other rides in the future. We don't know exactly what they're going to look like, but there's ways to tap in by donating, signing up and becoming a member. We are excited to share what's been working in Detroit with other cities. So the faster we can scale, the better. And you can do that by going to blackleadersdetroit.org, finding out more about the work that we do. And you can also still make a donation at ride4equity.org.
This has been so fulfilling. I want to thank you during your historic ride for stopping Mr. Dandridge in Dallas, Texas, and inspire my audience, because Dallas and Texas, we're the fastest growing part of this nation. So you're at a good place.
Definitely.
Happy 4th of July, and have a great time.
Same to you.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/Valder Beebe Show and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.